The second decision that has been taken is we need to take the policy makers out of businesses. Our policy makers are engaged in policy making as well as supervising government-owned businesses. And we need to take the policy makers out of the businesses so that the focus will be on policy making and investment facilitation. And as part of that decision, privatization and public-private partnerships will play a very key role in this philosophy going forward. Lastly, we realize that we cannot achieve economic growth alone. We need allies, we need partners. And that's where the private sector comes in, that's where the Turkey's investors come in. We have achieved a strengthening of three pillars required for economic strengthening: regulatory preparedness, investment facilitation, and transparency. Recently, we privatized Pakistan International Airline. The process was completely transparent. On the instructions of our Prime Minister, it was telecast live on television. The whole country saw it, and through a very competitive process, it was given to the best bidders. We have achieved stabilization. And now, from here, the first aspect that we need is an investment framework which provides enough protections to the investors. I'll talk about that. So investors are protected at every stage. How? We have very carefully allocated risk between various stakeholders. There is change in law protection. Sovereign guarantees are available wherever applicable. We are signatories to various bilateral and multilateral treaties. Pakistan is signatory to ICSID Convention. We have Pakistan-Turkey BIT in place, which provides protection to Turkey's investors. We are signatories to New York Convention. ICC and LCIA clauses are part of the arbitration wherever applicable. The investments are backed by institutions which are protected by law passed by the Parliament. Privatization Commission and P3 authorities are institutionally and legally backed institutions, and UNCITRAL and ICSID rules are applicable wherever required. Investors' principal investment and dividends repatriation is protected. Pakistan has been witnessing this for the last 4 decades. There has been no problem on that. Investors are able to list their offering on the capital market through IPO or offer for sale. And in the concession agreement, there are pre-agreed buyout formulas. I'll talk about the privatization first, then public-private partnership, and then in the end, special economic zones. Pakistan's privatization journey has been extremely successful, but it has seen periods of active engagements and passive periods. We had a very successful privatization program which started in 1991 and went on till mid-2000. 90% of the banks were privatized in Pakistan. Banking sector is extremely robust. We privatized vertically integrated utility in Karachi, Karachi Electric, in 2005. The telecom sector, Pakistan Telecommunication, was privatized, and we have more than 200 million subscribers in the country today, very robust sector. Fertilizer and cement companies were privatized also in that period. And today, some of the biggest business groups in the country are the ones who purchase entities in privatization: fertilizer companies, cement companies, banks. Last year, and just 2 weeks ago, we closed Pakistan International Airlines transaction, and we privatized First Women Bank. PIA was a very complex transaction, and completion of that shows the government's resolve, commitment, and capability to be able to close these transactions. Going forward, we have a very aggressive privatization program. We were here last week with our team, thanks to the Honorable Energy Minister, who has been very supportive. We had excellent meetings with Turkey's investors. We have 9 distribution companies to privatize. Turkey went through a similar process in 2013. We are starting with 3 best distribution companies in Faisalabad, Gujranwala, and Islamabad. Faisalabad, just to give you an idea, 26% of Pakistan's textile exports are from this region. 20% of the country's registered industrial units are in this region. There are around almost 5.5 million subscribers. In Pakistan, number of people per household is around 5. So this entity gives access to around 25 million customers. 14,000 gigawatt hours is the current sales.